we are here. We're going to clear the space first, and then we're going to dive into cultivating whimsy to allow quantum leaping. And we're going to end off with acknowledging how whimsy is the opposite of entanglement. So I saw written yesterday that whimsy is required for quantum leaping. And I feel that these days are filled with the tension of being at the edge of breakthrough. You can break through one level, or you can break through a barrier where you instantaneously inhabit another level of embodiment that wasn't the exact next step. That was actually many steps ahead because you cultivated the frequency of that in your inner being, inside your body, inside your own energy bubble. And as that breakthrough occurred, snap, crackle, pop, you land in that other place. But there's lots of parts of us that resist that process. So we're going to clear. We're going to bring whimsy to those parts that might want to resist. Clearing all the way up and through the east. Letting the green emerald fire enter this space and hold us in the east. Clearing all the way up and through the west. Letting the white, sparkling light hold us in the west. All the way up and through the south. We're going to let blue electric fire hold us in the south. And all the way up and through the north. We're going to let the ruby red flame hold us in the north and all the way up. Clearing the channel between you, yourself, and source. Tapped in, turned on, tuned to the source frequency. A little bit of distortion and interruption there as the words got caught in my throat. So let's really make sure we're establishing this pathway, saying yes, yes, yes. Tapped on, tapped in, turned on, tuned. With source. And all the way through the body and down into the earth. Plugging into the earth. Your root system alive and well with the earth. Waterfall of source, life force energy flowing through you, recycled by the earth. Feeling heard and seen and held in all 6 directions, here and now. My mind, I'm saying whimsy, whimsy, whimsy. This fluttering sense of freedom, of endless curiosity that is so naturally occurring when we feel held. So our session today is simply building up relationship with that frequency in our own field, here and now. Sweeping it all the way through and trusting that we've set up our boundaries, our guardians, the four directions. We've tapped into, we've anchored with Source and the earth, so we are safe with ourselves to sink into whimsy. Whimsy requires you to feel held and heard and seen for all that you are, safe with yourself, to explore, to be in the state of eternal wonder. Whimsy is required because it is the state of the unwounded inner child, and the inner child is the gatekeeper of quantum leaping. We need them to feel safe. We need their yes, yes, yes to that next place, which is also here and now. It's an acclimatization, an assimilation of the whimsy inner child, integrating any woundedness in the felt sense reality of being heard and held and seen, safe enough to discharge any fear, any worry, any trauma, any shame, any fury at not having felt heard and held and seen at some points, especially when it was needed to feel safe, to have the full feeling experience of shock or pain, etc. When we don't feel safe, that gets stuck. We don't have the full feeling experience. We have a stunted feeling experience, and the charge gets stuck. And so as we circulate this whimsy through the system, what we're doing is saying, yes, yes, childhood memory, you are so legitimate. You make so much sense. And you're invited to recycle your energy that you've been holding so strong and so true until you felt this safety of full recognition, full permission. Now you can recycle that energy so that you can fully participate in the whimsy that is your authentic state of being. I've got a little puppy back there that is asking to come through the door, so I'm going to pause for a moment. Keep in this state of whimsy. I'll be 2 seconds. That was a bit more than 2 seconds, but here we go. The innocence was asking to be with us, and so we say yes. We say yes. You too, Foxy? We've got two babies. Oh, you want to be the only one? Isn't that how it goes sometimes? We want and need. The innocence in us wants and needs full attention to feel, okay, go play. Permission to let the energy fully move. Whimsy doesn't require an absence of interruption. It requires a continuity of presence. And what interrupts our presence is being triggered. The trauma stuck in our system. Triggered isn't a bad thing. Triggered is a... Okay. Hey. Can you guys save the play fighting for after? Maybe not. I gotta just allow it. Feel the support of them churning this energy. I didn't really want growling in this video, but you know, that's the point, is that when we're triggered, it's like, I didn't really want to be triggered. But the gift is in the presencing with it, not in the absence of it, but with it, so that it can integrate, so that it can feel the safety of the presence, which is what allows the energy that's been stuck there, that was calling for attention, that enabled there to be a trigger at all, the charge that's been stuck there wanting to be allowed to have the permission to go back into healthy active circulation released from your body. Instantly, pretty instantly, there's no more growling, which doesn't mean there won't be another spot of it, but it means energy moves really intelligent and quick. And this is about being a seer, that the whimsy allows our natural insight, the curiosity, the wonder. We need to cultivate that in our field, remembering, even before, it's not a byproduct of all the trauma being gone, all the triggers being dissolved. It is something that we need to bring to the moments of trigger. Being with the trigger in the curiosity and the whimsy and the, of course this is occurring because of course it's benevolent for my attention and my presence to be drawn where there was stuck stuff. And of course I can handle it because I am filled with whimsy and curiosity and care and compassion. Compassion being radical care, where the caring goes in every direction. It doesn't bypass any parts. Everything gets to make sense without having to figure it out. We witness in the whimsy. The sensual essence of beingness. Everyone here is waiting for breakfast, including my belly, all the pups, my child sitting on the kitchen floor with his journal. Extending the gratitude, which is such a potent golden aspect of whimsy. I am grateful to be alive, says the innocence. I am here and I am well. And yes, things can seemingly harm me, where I get separated, fragmented, and endure some forgetting. But the essence of me can never be harmed or destroyed because I am pure energy. And energy is pure balance and harmony. underneath all of the other stories, that is always there. The baseline, the foundation of energetic reality and intelligence. And as I remember that to be me, I feel the whimsy of my own aliveness. I feel the whimsy with life all around me. And I'm no longer so scared of what it might be like to quantum leap. Letting go doesn't feel so scary because I am pure letting go. I am pure trust. And the tension brings me, it pressures me to the places that aren't yet remembering the authentic energy reality of trusting the trust. I let that vibration, that heat, that little shaking and quaking sense of the trigger, I let it bring my attention to it to say yes. Yes, you are worthy of this attention and presence, and yes, I will work with you, with my breath, with my body, to say yes to recycling any stagnant, stored energy there, any attachment to fear or pain-based story there that limits my leaping. I bring whimsy to you, dear sweet memory or experience. Wrap you in the wonder of your wisdom, for there is absolutely wisdom all the way through you. And I don't have to hang on to anything just because it's valuable. Just because it's filled with meaning and sentiment doesn't mean it's healthy for me to hang on to. I am here to be in healthy, active circulation, to be an embodiment of whimsy, of possibility, and to continue to leap and leap and leap through these breakthrough portals of tension and trigger into my own highest expression, the high frequency of feeling held and heard and seen and safe to let go. Moment by moment by moment, I choose this journey into freedom, remembering power, and breeding permission for this way of being, this authentic, natural way of being, a true, sincere, yet simple and accessible energy master. The alchemy is alchemizing. And I am in awe of it. And I am released into my high frequency feeling and sensing faculties in all of my willingness to be letting go. The trauma and the triggers are relinquished. They relinquish me back to myself, my authentic energy, master self, who is a seer, who sees and senses beautiful realities even before they manifest. And I trust the trust, even though there are temptations and triggers and traumas woven through the energetic and material reality. And sometimes it's a part of my journey to bump into them and need to presence there. And sometimes I see that happening for others. I see them on their journey, And I need to allow them to be in their responsibility, their quantum opportunity. I cannot do it for them, even though the whimsy in and of me, flowing through me, feels how alive we are as one. The best I can do is embrace the opportunity in my own body and energy bubble to lean into anything and everything that makes me feel filled with whimsy, and to let the whimsy fill me and surround any parts of me that feel neglected or abandoned or rejected, and to let the sweetness and the sparkle of the whimsy penetrate that place in divine timing and dissolve the resistance, dissolve the fragmentation and separation, letting all the parts of me, all the energy of me come into alignment, which allows for really succinct, sincere, successful, sustainable leaping. This is awesome. So I'm going to take just a few minutes. I'll continue fluttering whimsy through the field, but also want to share with you how whimsy is the opposite of entanglement. We have addressed that in many terms today in this video, and I'm offering a 3-month workshop experience where we meet once a week live online to workshop your real life, past, present, or hypothetical, to do this work, to have all-star boundaries, and to let your own innocence nurture any aspects of you that are entangled in stories, relationships, expressions, identities, experiences, any entanglement that's perpetuating the stuff vibrating in your system, asking for your recognition, your presence, to let the energy flow. So we're working on discharge and detachment in the I Am Free 3-month workshop. So this is for bold and brave people willing to come and be seen and be surrounded, embraced, engulfed in approval and acceptance, and to hone in on the accuracy of their expression, to respect their own innocence and opportunity. And with this, you also have access to the I Am Authenticity 3 times a week tapping, stimulating ourselves to move the energy easy and graceful, the energy of everything, the stuck stuff, the high sensation, glorious stuff, the sticky stuff, the mundane, everyday stuff, to keep it moving so that the authentic expression feels easy. This complements the I Am Free, disentangling from definitions or imprints, patterns, habits that have been hampering your ability to leap into the embodiment that you dearly, dearly desire. So if you feel called, come play with me, sign up today. The information is in the description box below. And may you enjoy so much whimsy in your field today and going forward. Lean in, whatever sparkles and calls you, and feels like it will amplify the whimsy in your field, please say yes. It will serve you so well. Yum. Sealing this session with a sparkling violet flame triple infinity sign into the sacral, into the heart of hearts, and into the center of the psyche. Beautiful to be with you here. Thank you so much. And I will see you tomorrow.